Well, my knife stalled out. Look what I found, boys. That's a spring off a drill. That is one good thing about that hydraulic drive knife. There's a section loose right there. And we can remedy that. Instead of, well, it'd help if I actually showed y'all what we was looking at, but yeah, we found a drill spring. Don't ever buy a clamp for your GoPro off of Amazon. More bolts, or more sections, or both. I say we order a whole new knife. In case you're wondering, you can reblade a SCH knife with John Deere guards. You just got to drill the holes out in the sections. But did you tighten that other one? I wouldn't recommend that though. This winter, I guess we're gonna lay the SCH stuff on it. But this winter, we're gonna order a bunch of spare parts and a spare knife. See what it did to my dang section, boy? It ate her up good. For some odd reason, this SCH, they alternate. They have one section pointed up and one pointed down. I've never got a reasoning on their thinking. I bet you Heinz Farms can tell us. He runs SCH.
Which one's missing that? Oh, I bet it come off. Remember
Yes, that come off the one that we lost, where we completely lost the arm.
Yeah.
Well, where'd we find the arm at?
Well, somewhere in here, wasn't it? Or it might have been somewhere down the hill.
Ah, you don't need no clean windows. Back in my day, we didn't even have windows. We ran with open station combines.
Eyes ain't no count.
Right there's the motor that drives your draper belts. Boy, it's I really wondered. It makes me nervous. It looks like they would have a cover over the bottom of them belts. Oh yeah. Can't get nothing done in reverse. Been trying to unload when the mains get up over my bubble up auger. Normally corn will go on and fill the extensions full, but it's a lot of wear and tear on that auger. Them beans are pretty abrasive. You pick up a lot of dirt off the ground, and you wear on your bubble up auger if you let it pile up. Yee. If we ever get a bigger buggy, we're gonna have to get a 2-auger buggy if we keep running this combine, because it ain't gonna be able to use one of the newer style, because we got too many hills. We'd have to stop and unload on the go, or be a little more particular about where we unload. But like I was saying, lots of wear and tear on the bubble up auger. Them things are pretty abrasive. So but corn will fill it up. But I mean, corn, you're just sitting there constantly filling the tank up and dumping, filling the tank up and dumping. It ain't a lot of get my auger empty out. It's not, that auger just ain't there sitting there constantly running in it. Of course, everybody's got varying opinions, but I'd rather buy a combine that shelled a bunch of corn and cut a bunch of beans. Because in my opinion, cutting beans is the hardest thing you'll do to a combine. Man, just look at all that material you're running through the combine. You got your header down on the ground picking up dirt. You're running dirt through your machine. Y'all watch my, but y'all can't see it for all the dust, but y'all can kind of see that feeder house flex there if we go across that. But corn, I know you're running a lot of material through your augers, but to me, corn's the easiest thing you can do with the combine. Because if you got your corn header properly set, all you're running through the machine is an ear of corn. You ain't running all these stalks and stuff through it. But corn and wheat, in my opinion, pretty easy on the combine. But these old beans, man, is rough on them. Mowing my waterways here. I just let my header, you know, clip the top side of the fescue there. Just take my time across them. You see it a little better up through there. Man, if I still have my square baler, I'd bring that V-rake down here and rake that grass up and bale it. Them bean pommies and fescue, that'd make some good hay for me to grind and mix in with my corn when I'm feeding my beef calves out this fall. But I ain't got my square baler no more. That's, maybe you can tell more going this way. Start letting my header down some. I started out with a straight line down through there, but by the time you dodge around all them silt basins, your line gets kind of crooked. That silt, them waterways I know a lot of y'all probably sick of hearing me talk about them, but if you're new to the channel, we use them waterways to slow the water down coming off these hills, and it makes a big difference. In the past, before I took this farm over, I've seen a ditch down through our waist deep, and we put these waterways in, and man, you just bump on across them. This waterway right here needs some attention. You see they've got one little wash there where what happened? The dang didn't get my sprayer cut off in time, and I killed a little bit of my grass. And you see what happens when I ain't got my grass on it. Man, it's so dusty and the sun glaring in, y'all can't see anything. Like I said, it cuts better on an angle, but them terraces, they mess cutting on an angle up. This one right here got some Johnson grass breaking through my fescue. Some other kind of wild grass too. That one, there's a hole in that one. It needs repairing. But they've done really good. It's been shoot, we ain't had to repair them things in about 4 or 5 years now. I'm dragging a pile. That'd be a good place to drag it into. I will say this, knock on wood, the only place I'll have trouble with it dragging is like on the ends if I cross a terrace or something and it's doing it again. Sometimes, I don't know, may need to check and make sure I ain't got a section broke. A lot of times if it goes to dragging, you got a section broke. It looks like it cleared out. Or you're trying to ride with too much pressure on the header. Plan on doing a review video on this header tomorrow, talking about it. Mostly positive from me. I have no desire to go back to my old John Deere auger header. But I'll talk about the pros and cons of it. The price of it. Some of you guys that have older combines that's not quite big enough to push a 30-foot flex draper, y'all might be interested in buying you a honeybee to cut beans with. Gotta get down here because Robert needs to unload. Boy, it starts getting dark fast this time of year. About 5 o'clock. Here for a long time gonna be changing. Then that'll really suck. To the truck we go. like I said, I try to avoid that if I can, but it's hard to give up $1 a bushel. I normally take it pretty easy on this first load. Must be a little wad of butter beans or something down there. Just coming out 2 strings. Safety first. Normally by now we got a pile of beans about as tall as the auger there. 4,200 bushel what we're gonna end up with in the bin. My old grain market's been taking a hit the past couple of days. I don't know whether to call down there and make a December contract or just to ride it out. Could have got $13.35 3 days ago, but I wanted to see how many bushels we was gonna have before I made a contract.